Hello, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm John, old YouTuber. So I have charged the camcorder like 3 hours, 3.5 hours. But the power is red, got to page 28. And I have got like 10 pages. I'm not going to record video about that because let's try to continue a little bit more, and we have to continue later tomorrow because my other charger to my other camcorder, I think the plug got broken, but I did reboot my computer. Now I don't have to select page by page. I'm not finished writing down from the Shinkansen PDF. I'm not finished, but I'm tired. I don't like to sit do more downloading and writing. I have to do that later. I don't think we have power enough to finish, but let's try to continue. But now the auto reading should work normal. Don't have to sit do this every page.
Although an extension from Sapporo to Asahikawa was included in the 1973 list of planned lines, at this time it is unknown whether the Hokkaido Shinkansen will be extended beyond Sapporo. Nishi-Kyushu Shinkansen. Junior Kyushu opened the Nishi-Kyushu Shinkansen from Teiko Onsen to Nagasaki, built to full Shinkansen standard, on the 23rd of September, 2022, with the existing narrow gauge section between Shintoshu and Teiko Onsen proposed to be upgraded as part of this project. This proposal initially involved introducing gauge change trains, GCT, traveling from Hakata to Shintoshu, 26.3 kilometers, 16.3 mi, on the existing Kyushu Shinkansen line, then passing through a specific gauge changing, standard to narrow, section of track linking to the existing Nagasaki main line, along which it would travel to Hizen Yamagachi, 37.6 kilometers, 23.4 mi, then onto the Seispo line to Teiko Onsen, 13.7 km, 8.5 mi, where another gauge changing section, narrow to standard, would lead onto the final Shinkansen line to Nagasaki, 66 km, 41 mi. However, significant technical issues with the axles of the GCT resulted in its cancellation. On the 28th of October, 2020, Junior Kyushu announced it would utilize a 6-car version of the N700S for the isolated Shinkansen section from Nagasaki, with cross-platform change to a relay service at Teiko Onsen Station to connect to Hakata. 34. Junior Kyushu also announced the service would continue to use the name Kamon for the Hakata Nagasaki service, which has been in use since 1961. 32. The Shinkansen line shortens the distance between Hakata and Nagasaki by 6.2%, 9.6 kilometers, 6.0 mi, and while only 64% of the route is built to full Shinkansen standards, it eliminated the slowest sections of the previous narrow gauge route. As part of the GCT proposal, the current 12.8 kilometers, 8.0 mi, section of single track between Hizen Yamagachi and Teiko Onsen was proposed to be duplicated. However, due to the issues with the development of the GCT, the proposal has not advanced. The initial section between Nagasaki and Teiko Onsen opened on the 23rd of September 2022. 69. Maglev, Chuo Shinkansen. Maglev trains have been undertaking test runs on the Yamanashi test track since 1997, running at speeds of over 500 km per hour, 310 miles per hour. As a result of this extensive testing, MAGLV technology is almost ready for public usage. 70. An extension of this test track from 18.4 kilometers, 11.4 mi, to 42.8 kilometers, 26.6 mi, was completed in June 2013, enabling extended high-speed running trials to commence in August 2013. This section will be incorporated into the CH Shinkansen, which will eventually link Tokyo to Osaka. Construction of the Shinagawa to Nagoya section began in 2014, with 86% of the 286 kilometers, 178 mi, route to be in tunnels. The CEO of Junior Central originally announced plans to have the MAGLV CH Shinkansen operating from Tokyo to Nagoya by 2027, 70, with a subsequent extension to Osaka by 2037. However, as of 2022, continuing controversy over routing across the I River has prevented the start of construction in Shizuoka, and there is currently no target date for opening. 71. Following the shortest route, through the Japanese Alps, Junior Central estimates that it will take 40 minutes to run from Shinagawa to Nagoya. The planned travel time from Shinagawa to Shinosaka is 1 hour 7 minutes. Currently the Tokaido Shinkansen has a minimum connection time of 2 hours 19 minutes. 72. While the government has granted approval, 73, for the shortest route between Tokyo and Nagoya, some prefectural governments, particularly Nagano, lobbied to have the line routed farther north to serve the city of Chino and either Ina or Kaiso Fukushima. However, that would increase both the travel time, from Tokyo to Nagoya, and the cost of construction. 74. Junior Central has confirmed it will construct the line through Kanagawa Prefecture, and terminate at Shinagawa Station. The route for the Nagoya to Osaka section is also contested. It is planned to go via Nara, about 40 km south of Kyoto. Kyoto is lobbying to have the route moved north and be largely aligned with the existing Tokaido Shinkansen, which services Kyoto and not Nara. 75. Mini Shinkansen. Mini Shinkansen is the name given to the routes where former narrow gauge lines have been converted to standard gauge to allow Shinkansen trains to travel to cities without the expense of constructing full Shinkansen standard lines. 2 Mini Shinkansen routes have been constructed, the Yamagata Shinkansen and Akita Shinkansen. Shinkansen services to these lines traverse the Tohoku Shinkansen line from Tokyo before branching off to traditional main lines. On both the Yamagata/Shinjo and Akita lines, the narrow gauge lines were regauged, resulting in the local services being operated by standard gauge versions of 1067 mm gauge A suburban/interurban rolling stock. On the Akita line between Omagari and Akita, one of the two narrow gauge lines was regauged, and a section of the remaining narrow gauge line is dual gauge, providing the opportunity for Shinkansen services to pass each other without stopping. The maximum speed on these lines is 130 km per hour, 81 miles per hour. However, the overall travel time to from Tokyo is improved due to the elimination of the need for passengers to change trains at Fukushima and Morioka respectively. As the loading gauge, size of the train that can travel on a line, was not altered when the rail gauge ways widened. Only Shinkansen trains specially built for these routes can travel on the lines. At present they are E3 and E6 series trains. As some of the E3 series on the Yamagata Shinkansen will be retiring soon, they will be replaced by the new E8 series Shinkansen trains from spring 2024 with an increased speed of 300 km per hour. up from the current 275 km per hour on the E3 series trains. Whilst no further mini Shinkansen routes have been proposed to date, it remains an option for providing Shinkansen services to cities on the narrow gauge network. Proposed OU base tunnel. Construction of a base tunnel on the Yamagata Shinkansen is proposed, with Junior East having undertaken a survey of a planned route from the Waiseka to Seikine, just south of Yonezawa Station. 76, 23.1 kilometers, 14.4 mi, of the proposed 24.9 kilometers, 15.5 mi, line would be in tunnel, mostly to the north of the existing 88 kilometer, 55 mi, Fukushima-Yamagata section. To be built on an improved alignment, the tunnel would lower journey times between Fukushima and Yamagata by 10 min due to a proposed line speed of up to 200 km/h. The tunnel would avoid the Itayatic Pass through the OU Mountains west of Fukushima. Gradients range from 3.0% to 3.8% and the line reaches an altitude of 548 m, 1,798 feet. The curvature and steep grades limit train speeds to 55 km per hour, 34 miles per hour, or less, and the line is vulnerable to heavy rain and snowfall as well as high winds. Between 2011 and 2017 a total of 410 Yamagata mini Shinkansen services were either suspended or delayed, and 40% of these incidents occurred on the line over the Itayatic Pass. If the 150 billion yen base tunnel is authorized, detailed design would take 5 years and construction another 15 years. The cost could increase by 12 billion yen if the tunnel were to be built with a cross-section large enough to permit the line to be upgraded to the full Shinkansen loading gauge. Gauge change train. This is the name for the concept of using a single train that is specially designed to travel on both 1067 mm, 3 feet 6 in, narrow gauge railway lines and the 1435 mm, 4 feet 812 in, standard gauge used by Shinkansen train services in Japan. The trucks forward/bogies of the gauge change train, GCT, allow the wheels to be locked from the axles, narrowed or widened as necessary, and then relinked. This allows a GCT to traverse both standard gauge and narrow gauge tracks without the expense of regauging lines. 3 test trains have been constructed, with the second set having completed reliability trials on the Yosen line east of Matsushima, in Shikoku, in September 2013. The third set was undertaking gauge-changing trials at Shinyatsushio Station, on Kyushu, commencing in 2014 for a proposed 3-year period. However, testing was suspended in December 2014 after accumulating approximating 33,000 kilometers, following the discovery of defective thrust-bearing oil seals on the bogies. 77. The train was being trialed between Kumamoto, traveling on the narrow gauge line to Shinyatsushio, where a gauge changer has been installed, so the GCT could then be trialed on the Shinkansen line to Kagoshima. It was anticipated the train would travel approximately 600,000 kilometers over the 3-year trial. A new full standard Shinkansen line is under construction from Teiko Onsen to Nigasaki, with the Shintoju Teiko Onsen section of the Kyushu Shinkansen branch to remain narrow gauge. GCTs were proposed to provide the Shinkansen service from the line's scheduled opening in fiscal 2022. However, with GCT now being cancelled, Junior Kyushu has announced it will provide an interim relay service. 34. Competition with air. Compared with air transport, the Shinkansen has several advantages, including scheduling frequency and flexibility, punctual operation, comfortable seats, and convenient city center terminals. Shinkansen fares are generally competitive with domestic airfares. From a speed and convenience perspective, the Shinkansen's market share has surpassed that of air travel for journeys of less than 750 km, while air and rail remain highly competitive with each other in the 800-900 km range, and air has a higher market share for journeys of more than 1000 km. 78. During snowy weather, the Shinkansen is known to face fewer delays compared to air travel due to snow. One study done in 2016 concluded that the Tohoku Shinkansen between Tokyo and Aomori had substantially fewer days with delays longer than 30 minutes compared to air travel. 51. Tokyo Nagoya, 342 km. Tokyo Sendai, 325 km. Tokyo Hanamaki, Morioka, 496 km. Tokyo Nagate, 300 km. There were air services between these cities, but they were withdrawn after Shinkansen services started. Shinkansen runs between these cities in about 12 hours or less. Tokyo Osaka, 515 km. Shinkansen is dominant because of fast, 2 hours 22 minutes, and frequent service, up to every 10 minutes by Nozomi. However, air travel has a certain share, 20-30%. Tokyo Okayama, 676 km. Tokyo Hiroshima, 821 km. Shinkansen is reported to have increased its market share from 40% to 60% over the last decade. 79. The Shinkansen takes about 3 to 4 hours, and there are Nozomi trains every 30 minutes. But airlines may provide cheaper fares, attracting price-conscious passengers. Tokyo Fukuoka, 1069 km. The Shinkansen takes about 5 hours on the fastest Nozomi, and discount carriers have made air travel far cheaper, so most people choose air. Additionally, unlike many cities, there is very little convenience advantage for the location of Shinkansen stations of the two cities, as Fukuoka Airport is located near the central Tenjin district, and Fukuoka City Subway Line 1 connects the airport and Tenjin via Hakata Station, and Haneda Airport is similarly conveniently located. Osaka Fukuoka, 554 km. One of the most competitive sections. The Shinkansen takes about 2.5 hours by Nozomi or Mitsuho, and the Junior West Hikari Rail Star or JR West / Junior Kyushu Sakura trains operate twice an hour, taking about 2 hours and 40 minutes between the two cities. Again, the location of the airports involved helps with the popularity of air travel. Tokyo Aomori, 675 km. The fastest Shinkansen service between these cities is 3 hours. JAL is reported to have reduced the size of planes servicing this route since the Shinkansen extension opened in 2010. 79. Tokyo Hokuriku, 345 km. The fastest Shinkansen service between these cities is 212 hours. ANA is reported to have reduced the number of services from Tokyo to Kanazawa and Toyama from 6 to 4 per day since the Shinkansen extension opened in 2015. The share of passengers traveling this route by air is reported to have dropped from 40% to 10% in the same period. 64. Shinkansen technology outside Japan. Shinkansen 700T train on a test run in the Taiwan High-Speed Rail in September 2013. China Railways CRH2 based on the 2 Series Shinkansen. September 2018. Railways using Shinkansen technology are not limited to those in Japan. Existing. Taiwan. The first Shinkansen type exported outside Japan. Taiwan High-Speed Rail operates 700T series sets built by Kawasaki Heavy Industries. 12 car trains based on 700 series entered service in 2007, with a maximum speed of 300 km per hour, 190 miles per hour. China. The China Railways CRH2, built by CSR Sifang Loco and Rolling Stocks Corporation, with the license purchased from a consortium formed of Kawasaki Heavy Industries, Mitsubishi Electric Corporation, and Hitachi, is based on the E2-1000 series design. United Kingdom. Class 395 in the United